a land where the world's hottest and coldest temperatures exist just 3,000 kilometers apart. A country where glaciers, deserts, rainforests, and bustling cities coexist in a single breathtaking landscape. Welcome to Argentina, where nature's extremes meet human passion in an explosion of culture, history, and adventure. From the misty roar of Iguazu Falls to the football-obsessed streets of Buenos Aires, Argentina is a land of astonishing diversity. But beyond the iconic sights lie hidden wonders, untold stories, and a deep cultural heartbeat that makes this country truly unforgettable. So, let's explore the most extraordinary places Argentina has to offer, and along the way, discover the secrets that make this land unlike anywhere else on Earth. Argentina is a country of geographical superlatives. It stretches from the sub-Antarctic tundras of Tierra del Fuego to the tropical wetlands of the Ibera marshes. At its peak stands Aconcagua, the highest mountain in the Americas at nearly 23,000 feet, while deep beneath the earth, Laguna del Carbon marks one of the lowest points in the Western Hemisphere at 344 feet below sea level. This vast and diverse land is a world within itself. It is a country where you can trek through the dense jungles of Misiones in the morning, and by evening, find yourself gazing over the endless steppes of Patagonia. Argentina boasts every landscape imaginable: towering peaks, lush forests, fertile plains, and dry deserts, each home to distinct ecosystems and cultures. In Patagonia, the land is ruled by merciless winds and towering ice fields. The Perito Moreno Glacier continues its slow, unstoppable march forward, carving deep valleys and sending massive icebergs crashing into Lago Argentino. This enormous, constantly moving wall of ice is a spectacle of nature, a frozen giant reminding visitors of the power and patience of the earth. And yet, in stark contrast, the Pampas stretch for miles in golden waves, their endless plains providing the perfect home for Argentina's legendary gauchos. Cattle graze freely under the watchful eyes of horse-mounted cowboys, who carry on a way of life that has remained largely unchanged for centuries. Further north, the Andean highlands present a completely different reality. The Quebrada de Humahuaca, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, winds its way through a rainbow-colored landscape, each layer of rock telling a different chapter of Earth's geological history. The extremes extend beyond geography. Argentina is home to some of the most unpredictable weather patterns in the world. The highest recorded temperature in the country reached a blistering 48.9 degrees Celsius, 120 degrees Fahrenheit, while the coldest plummeted to an unimaginable -40 degrees Celsius, -40 degrees Fahrenheit. In one country, you can experience snow-covered peaks, sun-scorched deserts, humid rainforests, and subpolar tundras, all within a single journey. Even the skies over Argentina hold surprises. The country is one of the best places on Earth for stargazing, particularly in the Andean Northwest and Patagonia, where low light pollution allows breathtaking views of the Milky Way. Meanwhile, in the far south, the southern lights dance across the night sky, illuminating the darkness with ethereal greens and purples. But Argentina isn't just about its landscapes. It's also a country where traditions, music, and passion run just as deep as its natural wonders. To understand Argentina, you must first understand its rhythm. In Buenos Aires, tango was born in the working-class alleys, an art form that captures the passion, pain, and elegance of the Argentine spirit. What started as an underground dance of immigrants and laborers in the late 19th century has transformed into one of the world's most romantic and dramatic performances. The melancholic melodies of the bandoneon fill the streets of San Telmo, where couples glide and embrace in an intimate dance. Tango is more than a dance. It's a culture, a way of life. Milongas, or tango dance halls, continue to thrive in Buenos Aires, where people of all ages gather to dance deep into the night. The The city even dedicates an entire festival to tango each year, drawing dancers from around the globe who come to pay homage to Argentina's most iconic art form. Then there are the gauchos, the fearless cowboys of the Pampas. They are more than just horsemen. They are the guardians of tradition, symbols of resilience, and the very soul of rural Argentina. Gauchos are known for their self-reliance, skillful horsemanship, and deep connection with the land. They wear distinctive attire, bombachas, loose trousers, wide-brimmed hats, and alpargatas, canvas shoes. Their knives, or facones, are as much a part of their identity as their horses, which they train from an early age. Every year, Gaucho festivals celebrate their way of life with rodeos, horse riding competitions, and feasts of grilled meat. And finally, there's mate, the drink that unites Argentines across all walks of life. Drinking mate is a daily ritual, whether in bustling cities or the remote countryside. It is a symbol of hospitality, and declining an offered mate can even be considered impolite. The tradition of drinking mate dates back centuries to the indigenous Guarani people. Today, Argentines consume more mate than coffee or tea, and you'll find people carrying their mate gourds and thermoses everywhere, from park benches to football stadiums. And there we have it, this one thing that truly ignites the nation's passion: football. If tango is Argentina's heartbeat, then football is its lifeblood. The entire country grinds to a halt when Boca Juniors and River Plate face off in the legendary Superclásico. It's not just a match, it's an all-consuming battle, an emotional war between two of the world's most passionate fan bases. The rivalry runs so deep that the atmosphere inside La Bombonera, or El Monumental, is more than just electric. It's almost mythical, vibrating with chants, drums, and a sea of fans who live and breathe for their team. Football in Argentina isn't just played in the stadiums. It's in the streets, in the backyards, and in every corner of the country. From the dusty pitches of rural villages to the floodlit fields of Buenos Aires, every child dreams of becoming the next legend. And Argentina has no shortage of them. Diego Maradona and Lionel Messi aren't just athletes here. They are saints in the church of football, their legacies carved into the soul of Argentina. Maradona's infamous Hand of God goal in the 1986 World Cup is still debated today. Messi, on the other hand, took Argentina to football immortality in 2022, leading his team to World Cup victory, securing his place in history alongside Maradona. But beyond these two legends, Argentina has consistently produced some of the greatest footballers of all time: Alfredo Di Stefano, Gabriel Batistuta, Juan Román Riquelme, and many more. Each generation adds a new name to the list of heroes who define Argentine football. The passion spills beyond the stadiums. Neighborhoods explode in celebrations after victories, and murals of football legends cover city walls like sacred altars. The streets of Buenos Aires, Rosario, and Córdoba come alive with blue and white flags, fireworks, and non-stop singing whenever Argentina wins a major tournament. The 2022 World Cup win saw millions of people flood the streets of Buenos Aires in what became one of the largest celebrations in human history. Argentina's football culture is unique, not only because of the talent on display, but because of the way the game is interwoven with everyday life. It's a social glue, a way to connect generations, and a means of expressing joy, sorrow, and national pride. The game is what unites the rich and the poor, the young and the old, the cities and the countryside. Imagine standing at the edge of a 275 waterfall system, the roar so powerful it makes the earth tremble beneath your feet. This is Iguazu Falls, a place so surreal it seems ripped from a dream. Spanning nearly 3 kilometers across the border between Argentina and Brazil, these falls are one of the most breathtaking natural spectacles on the planet. Twice as wide as Niagara Falls and taller than Victoria Falls, Iguazu is a true marvel of nature. The heart of this immense system is the legendary Devil's Throat, Garganta del Diablo, where water plummets more than 80 meters into a mist-shrouded abyss. The sound is deafening, the sheer power is overwhelming, and the sensation of standing near the edge, feeling the spray on your skin, is something you'll never forget. The cascading waters send a continuous mist into the air, creating brilliant rainbows that dance above the falls, adding a magical glow to the already breathtaking view. But the falls themselves are only part of the magic. The Iguazu National Park that surrounds them is a lush subtropical rainforest teeming with wildlife. The park is home to over 2,000 species of plants and a rich variety of animals, making it one of the most biodiverse places in South America. A visit to Iguazu Falls isn't just about sightseeing, it's an adventure. Boat tours take thrill seekers up close to the base of the falls, where the thundering water crashes down with such force that it soaks everything in its path. Helicopter rides offer a bird's-eye view of the entire waterfall system, revealing the true scale of this natural wonder. And for those who want a more immersive experience, nighttime tours allow visitors to witness the falls under the glow of a full moon, a truly otherworldly sight. For centuries, Iguazu Falls has captivated explorers, writers, and travelers alike. When Eleanor Roosevelt first laid eyes on them, she famously exclaimed, "Poor Niagara!" a testament to the sheer scale and majesty of Iguazu. Whether you're marveling at the falls from above, braving the rushing waters below, or simply standing in silent awe as the mist surrounds you, one thing is certain: Iguazu Falls is not just a place you visit, it's a place you feel, a place that stays with you long after you've left. Here, where the continent crumbles into 1,000 islands, lies Ushuaia, the world's southernmost city. A gateway to Antarctica, this remote town is surrounded by towering mountains, icy waters, and endless adventure. Known as El Fin del Mundo, the end of the world, Ushuaia is one of the most isolated yet fascinating cities on Earth, offering a mix of rugged wilderness, rich history, and breathtaking landscapes. In summer, the sun barely sets, painting the sky in hues of gold and pink. The days stretch long, giving adventurers more time to explore its dramatic scenery. In winter, the darkness is interrupted by the mesmerizing dance of the Southern Lights, also known as the Aurora Australis, illuminating the sky with ghostly green and violet hues. Tierra del Fuego National Park shelters subantarctic forests, twisted by relentless winds, while nearby, penguins waddle along icy shores, sharing the waters with sea lions and dolphins. The park offers a variety of trails, from gentle walks along the Beagle Channel to challenging hikes leading to panoramic viewpoints. For those seeking adventure, Ushuaia is the starting point for some of the most thrilling expeditions in the world. Visitors can embark on a cruise to Antarctica, sailing through the legendary Drake Passage, where towering icebergs and colonies of emperor penguins await. Closer to home, the Beagle Channel, named after Charles Darwin's famous ship, offers boat tours to remote islands teeming with marine life, while kayaking excursions allow explorers to paddle alongside glaciers and dramatic coastlines. Ushuaia is also a paradise for winter sports enthusiasts. The nearby Caro Castor Ski Resort boasts the best snow conditions in South America, drawing skiers and snowboarders from around the world. Unlike many other ski destinations, here you can carve down slopes while overlooking the ocean, an unforgettable experience that sets Ushuaia apart from any other winter retreat. Beyond its landscapes, Ushuaia is a place of culture and warmth. The local people, known for their resilience and hospitality, welcome travelers with open arms, eager to share their stories of life at the edge of the world. But deep within Patagonia lies another wonder, one that towers over the land like a natural cathedral. El Chaltén, a remote village in Argentina, Patagonia, is the last stop before the realm of the mountains. Known as the trekking capital of Argentina, this tiny town is nestled in a valley surrounded by jagged peaks, crystalline rivers, and untouched wilderness. It attracts adventurers from all over the world who come to conquer some of the most challenging trails on the continent. Towering above everything is Mount Fitzroy, a mountain that seems almost unreal in its grandeur. Its sharp granite peaks rise like ancient spires into the sky, often shrouded in mist and clouds. The indigenous Tehuelche people called it Chaltén, meaning smoking mountain, believing it to be a volcano due to its constant cloud cover. At dawn, the first light of day ignites its granite face, turning it into a beacon of fire. This spectacle, known as the Fitzroy Sunrise, is one of the most mesmerizing sights in Patagonia. But the beauty here comes at a cost. The winds are fierce, the trails unforgiving, and the landscape both breathtaking and brutal. Despite its remoteness, El Chaltén has a welcoming charm. The village itself is a collection of wooden cabins, rustic lodges, and small cafes where weary trekkers gather to share stories over locally brewed beer and hearty Patagonian stews. For climbers, Fitzroy is the ultimate challenge. Considered one of the most difficult peaks to summit due to its sheer granite faces and unpredictable weather, only the most skilled and determined alpinists attempt to conquer it. In every way, El Chaltén and Fitzroy encapsulate the wild heart of Patagonia. This is a place where nature is raw and untamed, where the landscapes inspire both awe and respect, and where every traveler who arrives leaves forever changed by the sheer magnificence of the land. But even deeper into Patagonia lies an even colder giant, the Perito Moreno Glacier. One of the last advancing glaciers on Earth, Perito Moreno is alive. It groans, cracks, and roars as massive chunks of ice collapse into the turquoise waters below. Unlike most glaciers worldwide, which are retreating due to climate change, Perito Moreno remains in a rare state of equilibrium, continuously growing and breaking apart in a cycle that has mesmerized scientists and visitors alike. Located within Los Glaciares National Park, this massive ice field spans 250 square kilometers and stands at an average height of 74 meters above the water's surface. Its bright blue and white walls stretch across the landscape like an icy fortress, creating one of the most breathtaking sights in all of Patagonia. One of the most thrilling experiences here is witnessing the glacier's calving process, where massive chunks of ice break away and crash into the lake below with a thunderous roar. This phenomenon, which occurs daily, sends waves rippling across the lake and echoes through the valley, a reminder of nature's immense power. For adventurous travelers, there are multiple ways to experience Perito Moreno. Boat tours navigate close to the glacier's towering walls, offering an up-close perspective of its frozen cliffs and deep crevasses. For an even more immersive experience, visitors can embark on ice trekking excursions, strapping on crampons, hiking across the glacier's surface, and feel the frozen world beneath their feet. The surrounding landscapes of Los Glaciares National Park only add to the experience. Snow-capped mountains, vast lenga forests, and pristine lakes create a stunning backdrop, making Perito Moreno one of the most photogenic destinations in Argentina. From the ice, we turn to liquid gold, the vineyards of Mendoza. Here, in the shadow of the Andes, lies Argentina's wine country. Mendoza is the beating heart of South American viticulture, producing over 70% of the country's wine. The region is world-renowned for its Malbec, a bold and full-bodied red wine that has become Argentina's signature varietal. But beyond Malbec, Mendoza's wineries also produce exquisite Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and Torrontés, a fragrant white wine unique to Argentina. The vineyards stretch across a breathtaking landscape, with the snow-capped Andes towering in the background. The combination of high altitude, low humidity, and mineral-rich soil creates the perfect conditions for growing grapes with intense flavors. Wine tasting in Mendoza is an experience like no other. The region is home to hundreds of wineries, from small family-run bodegas to internationally acclaimed estates. Visitors can embark on wine tours, cycling through sun-drenched vineyards, stopping to sample handcrafted wines paired with gourmet cheeses and charcuterie. But Mendoza offers more than just wine. The city itself is vibrant and full of life, with tree-lined boulevards, bustling plazas, and a thriving food scene. Restaurants serve up traditional Argentina asado, barbecue, empanadas, and provoleta, a delicious grilled cheese dish that pairs perfectly with a glass of Malbec. For adventure seekers, Mendoza is also a gateway to the great outdoors. The surrounding landscape is a playground for nature lovers, offering everything from whitewater rafting on the Mendoza River to horseback riding through the foothills of the Andes. And for the truly daring, Aconcagua, the highest peak in the Americas, beckons climbers from around the world to take on its challenging ascent. Sunset in Mendoza is pure magic, golden light washing over the vineyards as the sky turns crimson, and as night falls, the aroma of grilled meats and fine wine fills the air. Sitting beneath the vast, starry sky with a glass of world-class Malbec in hand, it's easy to see why Mendoza is considered one of the most enchanting wine regions in the world. Argentina is not just a country, it's an experience, a land of extremes, of breathtaking beauty, of relentless passion. From the roaring falls of Iguazu to the frozen towers of Fitzroy, from the tango-lit streets of Buenos Aires to the silent salt flats of the north, Argentina defies definition. So, the only question left is, if you could explore just one place in Argentina, where would it be? Let us know in the comments below.